Well, my good friend Kinsey Schofield just gave in and admitted that she was completely wrong about Prince Harry. But what does it mean? You're about to find out. Welcome back, my Royal Rogues. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Royal Rogue. And this is a comment that she published on the Express. I was completely wrong about Prince Harry and I'm sorry, says Kinsey Schofield. Let's see what's this all about. Since July of 2021, I have defended Prince Harry's raw, unflinching self-examination, now known as Spare. This did not go without criticism from my peers. Despite appearing weekly on Talk TV with my friend Christoph Faufas, the very same channels they talk dedicated an entire segment to mocking me over my suggestion that Prince Harry's ultimate goal was to brand himself as a thought leader. Well, I praise Kinsey's positivity and optimism, but I think she needed to watch more of my videos on Harry to have a better understanding of the situation. The type of man that could share a stage with President Barack Obama or Meta's Mark Zuckerberg. A man that could cash million-dollar checks for brief speeches in front of stuffy suits. This book was going to be the ticket. And it usually is. You write a book to sell yourself, to sell your story, to sell your brand, right? But not in a whining, pitiful way, but in a heroic or something that you managed to do by yourself, surviving, I don't know, the utmost privilege that you were born with, but whatever. I worked in public relations for a decade. Specifically with politicians and one failed presidential candidate. I understood Harry's objective. At least, I thought I did. Surely Harry's ghostwriter, would write an incredible book about how the loss of Harry's mother helped him become the strong man that he is today. A man that chooses happiness over helplessness, family over fortune, righteousness over riches. What an idiot I was. Kinsey, I think you are being too harsh on yourself because many people, including myself at that point, and for many months, we were still rooting for Harry to wake up. Like, you know that this is not what your mother worked so hard for. There's so much that you can be manipulated as a puppet, and to what extent is your decisions and your actions what are being portrayed on the screen and the headlines and everything. And we had this narrative that, well, Meghan was controlling him all the way, and I had my doubts because I didn't want to take agency from him and no responsibility whatsoever from him, and that is especially my point. The victimhood narrative has become a lucrative part of the Sussex brand, but can't you imagine being completely content with it being your legacy? That is sad. For 3 years, Harry and Meghan have moaned and groaned about their treatment within the institution that literally gave them their platform. Everyone loved us because the palace made you. Thanks to the man in grey suits, Meghan was branded the perfect partner for Harry. Not the 90210 BJ babe, but a self-made princess that we all, temporarily, fell in love with. Meanwhile, Harry had the palace to thank for us forgetting about naked Vegas romps and horrifically insensitive Halloween costumes. As American media scrutinizes the idea of nipple babies, a king's son and Emmy Award-winning lighting director's daughter have perfected the art of trash for cash. I would say trash in a can for cash. That is even more catchy, if you allow me for this. Conning entertainment giants like Netflix and Spotify in the process. I have my doubts with that. I don't think that Markle and Has had that wit to con Spotify and Netflix executives. I think they are doing this on purpose. I mean, the streaming giants to be on the headlines for so many days and so many months that, well, in the end, they're gonna attract attention. But I'm not quite sure about if this is the right kind of attention. Imagine if Harry and Meghan had moved to America, established relationships with exceptional charities, quietly developed programs for the underprivileged, courted Hollywood elite to help feed helpless children, help house homeless vets, and contribute to charities focused on juveniles that have lost their parents. No Oprah, no Netflix, no Spare. That playbook defines the change makers that Harry and Meghan want us to believe that they are. The Sussexes' moral superiority, or all talk and little action, finally seems to be grating on the American media's nerves. Outlets that have previously praised the Duke and Duchess of disdain, like Newsweek and Variety, are openly challenging their branding strategies, calling them one-trick ponies, desperate for depth. It was the author and acquaintance of Diana, Tina Brown, that pointed out that Meghan seems to jump on whatever activism hashtag is trending. Blink and you'll miss her as she quietly abandons the cause almost as quickly as it was adopted. The only selfless significant achievement on the resume appears to be the Invictus Games. Not an original concept, and since 2020 they have been using an event blueprint built by that nasty institution that did them so dirty. What a missed opportunity. Not just this book, but the couple themselves. There are constant comparisons to Princess Diana, yet Diana spent her entire life desperately searching to feel loved. The Duke tells us at the beginning of their Netflix reality show that this is a love story. Okay, then can we get past the evil in-laws part and on to the happily ever after? Doesn't Harry understand how lucky he is to have allegedly found his soulmate? To navigate through difficult times with his wife with his side? To be the chosen one? Or at least the other chosen one that Meghan Markle decided to marry? Oh my God, the burn. Kinsey, I love that. I love that angle. Nice. Diana was such a lonely figure who dealt with despair by giving everything she had to others and not advertising it. Harry, the chief impact officer of BetterUp, had the resources at his fingertips to create a powerful book on personal development. One line on the BetterUp website reads, "Improve your well-being and thrive." I doubt their professional coaches would define harping on the past as improving your well-being and thriving. And what would they say about continuously attacking your older brother who hasn't said a single word about you publicly in 3 years? That's the lifespan of a mosquito fish. While I don't know what the BetterUp bunch would say, I do know that Queen Elsa would tell Harry to let it go. The Sussexes publicly support the mental health charity Mind. Were they not available to collaborate on a book about how to navigate grief from adolescence into adulthood? Or how to search for the right mental health resources? Or just a book that says, hey, you feel like crap, but tomorrow is a new day? That is almost straight out of Seinfeld. No, that would make too much sense to try to take Harry's platform and create something of legitimate value. Why not just write a book where you regurgitate the same grievances that you've told Oprah, Apple Plus, and Netflix? That sounds delightful. It's hard to believe that Prince Harry did not learn anything of value during his 30 years inside the royal fold. For instance, silence does not always equal betrayal. As Harry so humbly plagiarized Martin Luther King Jr., silence is typically the most dignified response. It says, we are above the fray. The family is uninvolved and unbothered because Harry and Meghan are just proving to the world that what absolute nightmares they were behind palace walls. I've spent years studying his mother, Princess Diana, her mistakes, her wins, her charm, her humor, and her heart. Not for a second do I believe that she would be encouraging this destructive behavior. Diana was incredibly proud to be the mother of a future king and was eager to one day see William ascend to the throne. She would most certainly pounce on anyone that tried to interfere with that inheritance, including our modern day Wallace, and Edward. It is safe to say that at some point everyone has given Harry a chance. A chance to, redeem himself. A chance to wake up. A chance to see the world with the eyes that his mother wanted him to see the world with. But he decided to go for a much darker path, and something that at this moment is giving him the spotlight that he and his wife want. But how much longer until they will not be able to get out the infamy well they're digging for themselves? Only time will tell. My Royal Rogues, remember to join my locals community where I'm uploading exclusive videos that I don't upload anywhere else. And you can join as a member for free with the link in the description of this video. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Royal Rogue, and remember, much love and bliss.